the music in. What's up, Matt?
What's up, Pat?
Neighborhood Watch.
Neighborhood Watch.
We're back.
We're back.
We're down a man, though.
We're down two man. Again, Brett's on assignment.
Brett's always on assignment.
And tonight, Abe is actually having barbecue with a bunch of neighbors.
Right.
You know, the interesting thing about this is people, they love Abe. They private messaged and said, hey, where can we go and have Abe for barbecue to talk about
You
things?
know what? My mom watches the show. Bless her heart. Love my mom. She even said, "Who's this Abe guy?"
Yeah.
She wanted to know more about him. So.
Well, he's a
I
popular
said he's
guy.
our neighbor. You know, he's in the neighborhood and doing his thing.
I get posted, and so tonight he decided to go see what these neighbors wanted.
Yeah.
We didn't get invited, but yeah,
Never get invited.
we never get invited. But at least we'll see what Abe has next week on some of the topics. But yeah, so again, so you just got Pat and Matt, the
Right.
originals. So all right,
It's kind of a, crime-wise, neighborhood watch-wise, there wasn't a lot going on the next door postings. No bikes stolen, no strangers lurking. There was something about police activity on Montevideo that we followed up on and we checked and couldn't get any information about. So I hope everybody was okay. It said somebody was holding a family and a girl, and
yeah.
I don't know, it was kind of a vague post. So if you have more information on that one, please let us know. We'd love to get into it
Make sure everyone's okay.
if it made sense for the neighborhood. The other local crime thing, at least maybe not a crime thing, but somebody unfortunately lost $1,000 cash
Yes, in an envelope.
in an envelope. Was somebody apparently working to pay for babysitting money for school. Very unfortunate. It was either, not a lot of information was put out about this either, right? Did you
Nope.
read the post?
No, it just said I've lost. If you found an envelope, it had money for stuff like that. So
Yeah, so
private message.
it was like maybe Safeway or Sprouts or somewhere in between. So I don't know. I hope somebody, if you find $1,000 cash, what do you do with it?
It's tough because it's how do you know where to go to? But hopefully you're watching this and you know it's somebody in the neighborhood app. So search the little
we want to
thing.
help get this money back.
Yeah, search the feed so you find the thing and you can private message that person.
All right.
Let's get into
How was your weekend, man? How
the
was your
weekend.
week?
The weekend was the
Let's
week
talk
was
about it on a
good.
personal note.
Yeah, it was long.
The week was long or the weekend?
The weekend was nice. We just got back from a basketball tournament. Didn't do too well. They lost by an average of like 45 points in the 3 games. So it's a tough weekend for an 11-year-old. So
That's a brutal beating, but
life lessons.
he plays basketball and then he also plays soccer?
No, just he's strictly basketball now.
Okay, so he's getting into one sport.
One sport.
All right, we'll talk about that offline.
Yeah.
But no, it's hot again though.
It was 108
I was
degrees.
gonna come use your pool today,
You
but
should have.
I was busy.
You should have, man. It's hot. Speaking of hot, did you see
What else is hot?
nuclear fallout shelters?
This is an interesting topic, which reminds me of this great. I remember this video from the '80s when I was a kid, and it scared the hell out of me. But it was a great song. Do we have this?
Yeah.
Are you paired with the thing?
No, because you got paired, so it must have knocked my parrot off. So this is
There we go, son.
so nuclear fallout. That's a
This song
hot
was
topic.
about nuclear war with the Russians, but we talked about this a couple weeks ago. A guy posted about nuclear fallout shelters in the area, and no offense to my beautiful neighbors, but I don't want to be in a fallout shelter with a bunch of other people.
No.
We'll be fighting.
Yep.
But this topic came back up in conversation, like it kept refreshing the feed, and the whole North Korea thing seemed to downplay from the news with other events happening. But I don't know, what you have any last thoughts on a
No.
fallout shelter?
I just hope it doesn't have to come to that.
Obviously, we don't want it to come to that. I mean, we live in a great neighborhood.
Yeah,
San
this
Ramon.
would ruin. We
San
would-
Ramon, California.
San Ramon. Yeah.
Ramon
so
the rat, he'd be gone.
Yeah, he'd be gone.
Actually, he might live
Yeah. Well,
with the cockroaches.
cockroaches will definitely live.
Yeah, but
So
So on a serious note, I don't know if there's a fallout shelter in the area. I like to talk about this with a little bit of humor myself, and some of you that said, you know, let's party like it's 1999. You know, don't worry about it, live life. I think that's what you got to do.
Yeah,
You can't worry about stuff
Nope.
that's just uncontrollable.
Cannot worry.
Building one now is not going to help unless you call the people on Preppers, which was a great show.
What about yeah, just think about the beautiful nature stuff, which reminds me to what you told me just minutes ago that you saw otters.
I think I was the second person that saw the otters. I did, you know, on the post. So I was actually running along the trail behind Cal High on the dirt part, and I saw some activity in the water, and about 3 or 4, maybe 5, which I thought were muskrats at the time, but I do believe they're freshwater otters, popped their heads up. I tried to take a picture. They ducked down, smart
Smart. They didn't want to be on.
SOBs. They ducked down, then they'd pop back up and they'd scoot up the water. And as I would walk, I kind of walked and checked them out. And I mean, every time I go to snap, they would duck down. So I have a couple pictures of their backs, which doesn't
You can
reveal
post it on
much.
the.
I did post one.
Okay, cool.
But a couple people saw them, and I think they've lived in that water for a while. I don't know. If that's the most exciting thing we have to talk about is
Yeah.
otters.
Well, we
Wait,
do.
do you have one more thing?
No, I was gonna. Well,
I think you
do.
do.
I do. Someone asked us to post like the rules of the app.
We do need to talk about that. So let's talk about the Nextdoor rules, which I am not the writer or creator of Nextdoor or the rules or whatever, but I do have one thing I want to talk about after that.
You want to do that first?
Play some songs?
No. You want to
Okay.
do that first?
I just think, you know what? You talk about the rules first. What do you think?
Well, I think what we need to do is treat each other with respect, right? Someone posts something, obviously at the time it meant a lot to them, and so don't put someone down for a post. As silly as it might sound, it's serious to somebody.
I try not to call people out
yeah.
by name.
Be respectful with your posts. If some people have a question, you don't have to put them down. I think that's a general.
Maybe like there's an email thing we use at work. Like if it's an incendiary email, like don't respond for 24 hours.
Yes.
Like, so, I don't
Or
know.
before you post, double read it again
Yeah.
just to make sure. Like, if I got this, how would I feel? And so I think that's important.
I've sent some things out. It's like, man, I just don't want to be. We shouldn't call our neighbors out by name and insult them. Maybe PM them and say, hey,
Yeah.
I think this. And,
That's probably better.
So it comes down to, I think, one thing. Don't be a jerk.
There you go.
Let's say that again in unison.
Don't be a jerk.
Perfect.
Perfect. It's kind of like I heard today, as actually on the late night, they said if you're too drunk to drive, then you're too drunk to text, which is kind of like the same idea, Don't,
That's true. Like,
Yeah.
but I'm not accusing our.
no, yeah,
neighbors
I'm
of
just
being-
saying,
but
just
let's yeah.
think about it.
Right. Let's just have a heart, people. Pay
Yeah.
it forward.
Pay it forward.
There we go.
So what did you want to talk about?
Well, there was one very interesting post, and I say interesting, not to go off the rails of our last topic of the rules, but a gentleman posted a for sale
Okay.
a jar of, I think it was about a 70-year-old Egyptian scorpion.
What?
So, yeah, did you see this?
Yeah, I heard you told me about
It
this.
came around. Kind of an interesting post, but could be of value to somebody who collects this stuff. And I posted back an American Pickers reference because I do think, like, this is something.
Someone might like.
I love American Pickers. You watch that show?
No, I've never.
You never watched The
Never
Pickers?
watched. Nope. I don't even know. Is it about?
All right, we got to talk after this episode, man. Collectibles, the Pickers. Any American Pickers fan would have got my post, and I didn't mean to insult the gentleman that posted
okay.
it, but it's like he did get a response. So somebody wanted to trade him bottle of tequila with a worm in it. I thought that was funny.
There you go,
So,
man.
I don't know. Hot week again. Quiet
Stay
week.
cool, man. I thought summer was over, right?
Yeah. Well,
That reminds me, we should all party like it's 1999. You know what I mean?
stay safe. See something, say something.
Let us
Be
know.
vigilant. Right? There you go. If you're worried about the fallout shelter,
Just party like it's
Thanks,
99,
thanks.
everyone. Enjoy the night. This is the Neighborhood Watch.
episode number what, 9?
This is episode 9, guys. We've made it to 9. Next week will be episode 10. It's
double digits. Gonna
double
be a big
digits.
week.
But we'll have balloons and we'll have
But
special
it's a
guests.
holiday weekend, so we may post
yeah.
Monday or Tuesday.
Monday, yeah, you're right.
All right.
You're right. All right, everyone. Have a good night.